Hello, everybody! So, today, I'm going to be giving my reasons, my evidence that this isn't anything we've seen before, that all the theories that people are going around aren't true. Well, I said that a little too harshly. I'm going to be debunking them, basically. You can still believe what you want. I'm just going to plead my case on why it probably isn't. And I'm also recording this a second time because I went all the way through and my mic was muted. So, let's try this again. Alright. So, the first theory of what the identity of this thing is Spacegodzilla. Now, this theory has a little merit because if you look at the actual image, Kongs and Godzillas are teaming up against this flying Godzilla. But I don't take it as evidence because this could be anything. Well, I'm going to leave my opinion at the end of the video. So, first off, let's give some trivia on Spacegodzilla. So, Spacegodzilla's convoluted origin story was Biollante cells, which are technically Godzilla cells, flew into outer space. And then, 4 years later, at least I think so, maybe 3. Oh, if I'm also very raspy and coughing throughout this video, I'm sick. My entire household is sick. So, I might sound raspy and cough at times in this video. Anyway, back to the topic. And then, a couple years later, Mothra carried Godzilla cells up into the space. What? Up into space. And those Godzilla cells, combined with each other, flew into a black hole, got shot out a white hole, giving it a crystal form, absorbed the explosions of distant stars, and created Spacegodzilla. Which makes no sense at all, but I'm not going to pretend to be a space scientist. So, also another feature that Spacegodzilla has that this thing doesn't. Spacegodzilla has crystals protruding from pretty much everywhere on his body. Shoulders, back, face, I think legs too. I don't know. And there's no crystals on this guy at all. It's just, and Spacegodzilla has never had wings. So, that's another evidence that it's not. So, this theory had merit at a point, but, okay, I'm gonna go over the evidence that people have stating this is Spacegodzilla. So there are two evidences, which I'm not going to try to insult you guys with this, but that's not really enough evidence to state that this is Spacegodzilla. Well, that's also coming from the guy that summed up why Ghidorah is probably the reason for the ancient war in 2 paragraphs. Whatever. Anyway, the two evidences are the flying Godzilla is blue, and there's stars behind him. The reason he's blue is because they're trying to contrast him out from all of the other Godzillas and Kongs that are swarming him. They don't want to have it just a flying red Godzilla, because that wouldn't contrast really well, because also, evidence from Dangerville, the blue is just to contrast it from from the red because blue and red are always used to sum up a conflict. I mean, use the Mechagodzilla and Godzilla. Well, just use their entire concepts, their colorations as an example for this. They're meant to contrast. So anyway, and there's stars behind him. That doesn't sound like very reasonable evidence. I mean, they're trying to show that he's flying in the sky. I doubt that the stars have really any meaning to the picture. Okay, and moving on to a different theory. There's a theory that this is Mothra carrying Godzilla, which there are many things wrong with that. Okay, so Godzilla, let's get this straight. Godzilla is 99,000 tons. And I don't know Mothra's exact weight, but she's very skinny and small. As much as I love Mothra, there is no way ever that she'll be able to carry Godzilla like she did in Mothra vs. Godzilla in 1992, but that is not in the Monsterverse. Mothra is small and very skinny here. She's definitely not going to be able to carry Godzilla. And also, if this is just Mothra carrying Godzilla, why are the monsters teaming up against it? What did Godzilla do wrong? Alright, so, and then there's another theory that this is Destroya, which there are many people saying that Destroya could probably be an ancient rival to Godzilla, which that would not work because Destroya is a microcolony a microcolony of crabs that got mutated by the oxygen destroyer. So, definitely not an ancient threat. But also, why would Destroya be blue? And all the others are red. Shouldn't Destroya be red and the others would be blue, if that was the case? Well, okay, that's not very good evidence, but look at there's no horn. There doesn't appear to be any features that are discernible for Destroya, and those wings don't even match Destroya at all. Destroya has large bat-like wings. This thing has, like, eagle-looking wings. And so, that theory is debunked in my head as well. And then the next theory is that this is Bagan, which Bagan has never had wings, and this thing doesn't have a bull-like head like Bagan does. This thing is clearly a Godzilla specimen with wings. Alright, so back to the Spacegodzilla thing. I actually think that this is my own creature. Well, it's not my own creature because it's in the Godzilla vs. Kong concept art, but I gave it the name Tyrannogyra. And it's basically just a Godzilla specimen that got mutated and now has wings. And yeah, I feel like this isn't anything we've seen before. It's just a new creature made. And besides, this is not probably good. Why am I stuttering so much? This concept art is probably not going to come to fruition anyway because it's concept art and it was cut from the movie. So I highly doubt that they're gonna recycle this concept just because the fans loved it. But I do kind of want there to be a winged Godzilla in the actual movies, but it's definitely not going to happen because it's just concept art. And there are so many better options. But D-Man summed up this entire argument better than I did. Take a listen.
No chance are they going to bring in the rights to Spacegodzilla. Super unrealistic for the MonsterVerse, even though they've had Ghidorah and Alien. Just forget it, guys. This is a new thing, clearly. It's just something we've never seen before.
So, bye guys.